Namaskar friends, keep learning with Export Import Make in India campaign. And today in this session, we will cover the type of custom query in import shipments. So while handling the import shipments in the process of custom clearance, we receive the multiple type of custom query and we have to reply of that queries. Okay, so what kind of these queries we'll try to understand in this session. So as I already covered two sessions of the interview experience of in Una Mindarika Private Limited. Okay, so in previous session we cover some custom related import end-to-end process. Okay, so this is the question which is asked in the interview, custom query and reply. So for that I am covering the session to how I answer this question in interview in Uno Mindarika. I appeared for the interview in some day before. So the position was the deputy manager and education required for the BTech, MBA and in supply chain management. And other than this department is import export. Okay, and working the 6th day in location is the Manesar. Okay, so what kind of custom queries require in time of importing the shipments? Okay, so for example, the supplier dispatch goods from origin. Okay, for example, supplier of Chinese export the goods to India. Okay, and we are handling this custom clearance. Okay, so at the time of filing the bill of entry, okay, whatever documents we receive from the supplier side, we have to share with the CHA, and CHA file the bill of entry. Okay, and for the processing of the bill of entry, we just need to check out the checklist. Okay, so while the examination process, what kind of queries can receive? So the first valuation query. So valuation query is the justify the declare value of the goods. Okay, what is the value you have declare of the goods? Okay, if you declare the lower value than the market value, then the due for the saving of custom duty, then custom can raise such kind of query. Okay, so why the query can receive like a justify the declare value of the goods? Why invoice value is lower than market price? Okay, so you have to reply this query by submitting supplier invoice, packing list and previous import records. Okay, so whatever invoice received from the supplier side, you have to share this invoice, packing list and the in previous record. Just like if you have import such kind of shipment in previously, so you can share that bill of entry. Okay, so a valuation justification letter also be required to set up this document. Okay, so you can reply with this document. Another type of query, HSN code and classification dispute. Okay, if you are filing the bill of entry on the wrong HSN code, okay, which is incorrect. Okay, so you may receive such kind of query like a clarify the HSN code applied, incorrect classification observed. Okay, so just like you are importing the plastic material, okay, and you are not choose the correct HSN while filing of the bill of entry. Okay, so you may receive such kind of query. So how you have to reply? Share the detail of the product descriptions. Okay, what kind of product you have to share the description of this product, like a technical data sheet, catalog, and justify the applied HSN with the past reference if available. Okay, if you have already filed such kind of bill of entry, then you have to share that one. Okay, and you also product description, technical write-up and catalog need to be shared, because that by nature of the product, okay, by the catalog of the product, custom can understand what is the actual product, what is the actual nature of the product, so he can understand what is the correct HSN for this product. Okay, third type of uh, third type of query you may receive like a duty benefit scheme verifications. Okay, if you try to if you are filing bill of entry under the duty free scheme, so you may receive query like a clarify eligibility under EPCG and advance authorization. Okay, just you have filed the bill of entry and you file this under the advance license, mentioning the advance license. So custom can raise the query like clarify eligibility of the EPCG if your license have a some balance or not. Okay, so the custom will verify. So how you will reply this query? Just like you file under the EPCG. Okay, by there is a machine import. So in this you have to submit the license copy and bond details and the EODC, export obligation discharge certificate. Okay, so this is not required, but this is the time where you are importing the goods. Okay, so just you have to share only EPCG and bond. Okay, so by help of custom get verified by using that license number in the custom, we can check out how much balance our machine are going to import under this license. Okay, so these are the queries we are just covering. So next one is the origin of the goods. Okay, so custom can raise the query related origin of goods like a please provide certificate of origin. So simply you have to provide the certificate of origin which is authorized by the agency. Okay, for the preferential tariff claim like a free trade area and preferential tariff area. Okay, just like you are the importing the goods which India have a bilateral treaties of the free trade areas. Okay, under this you can save the duty. So custom can ask certificate of origin. Only if you have certificate of origin, then you can use this free scheme and you can use the free trade agreements between the countries. Okay, so you need to submit a CO, certificate of origin. The next missing documents. So custom can raise query like a BOE processing on hold due to the missing document. If you are not providing the complete documents, okay, so custom can ask like a invoice, BL and insurance. If you are not providing this document, so you may receive such kind of query like a for processing below entry hold due to the missing document. So you have to reply with this query by submitting the required requested documents along with the cover letter of preference query. Okay, so you may answer this query. Okay, then missing in document details. Okay, so mismatch in the document details. So if you are filing bill of entry and the query is like a discrepancy observed between the invoice BL and packing list quantity and weight. Okay, so whenever you receive the sub document from supplier side, you must check out before at the time of receive the document. Okay, because that supplier can amend this document if there is a mismatch in quantity and weight. But if you are not intimate to supplier that any discrepancy, then while filing of the bill of entry, you may receive such kind of discrepancy observed. Okay, like query like discrepancy over between the invoice PL and packing list quantity weight. Okay, just like in bill of entry, there are 25 metric ton mentioned, and in invoice there are 24 metric tons. So there is a difference. Okay, so here we are filing the 24 metric ton, but the shipping line has given to the custom is the 23 metric ton. So this may be problem. This discrepancy may be problem. So you have to clarify this. Reply how they clarify the discrepancy in writing a submitting revised document if necessary. Okay, in such case you have to revise your document and proceed. Then another kind of query you may receive like a prohibited and restricted item. If you are importing the prohibited and restricted item, then custom query may you may receive like a clarify import license or DGFT permission for the restricted item. Okay, so you have to reply with a valid license copy which is issued by the DGFT and NOC. Okay, so you have to reply this if you have them. Okay, so if you are not licensed, then you cannot import the restricted and prohibited items. After that, you may receive the query like incorrect, suspicious, declare weight quantity. Okay, if you are submitting the wrong details, which is not matching with the actual goods, so query you may receive like a clarify the declare weight and physical examination show variations. Okay, you need to clarify the actual weight because at the time of physical examination, it's showing the variation. So how you will reply this? Reply with share the clarification letter with the supplier declaration and explanation. Okay, whatever document you receive from the supplier, you need to share. Okay, then doubtful country of origin. Okay, sometimes we are importing the goods from China, but we don't know the actual origin of the goods because China can trade goods from one country to another country. So in such case, you may receive the query like a custom origin not clarify mention and mismatch. Okay, not clearly mention and mismatch. Okay, if your custom country of the origin is not mentioned properly, then you have to provide the valid signed country of origin certificate, CO certificate. Okay, certificate of origin you have to provide, which is the signed and issued by the authorized agency. Then related party transactions. Okay, sometimes you importing the goods from the your own companies which are located in the other country. So in such case, you this is the related party transactions. Okay, so you may use the lower value. You may use for the you whenever you for the saving of the duty. You may use the lower value. So in such type of import, the query you may receive like is transaction between the related party. If so, then explain the valuations. Okay, अगर तुम you are importing this good from your own company in the which is located in the outside, then if yes, then you have to show the valuation certificate, because that you may you may prepare the custom invoice a commercial or other country in favor of you, so you may use the lower value by for the saving of custom duty. Now reply the submit the declaration. In such case, what you have to do? You have to reply a declaration of the relation and valuation support custom valuation support document like a price list and agreement. This you have to share this, because that you have whatever you goods are importing, but actual you have either you have buy or you manufacture this. If you buy somewhere, you have to share this document price list on agreement. Okay, or you also may share the documents in the invoice. Okay, so guys, in this session we have tried to understand what kind of query we can receive in time of the import custom clearance process. So guys, thanks for watching the session. Have a nice day.